guys, my name's Angela. I own Scribbler Experiment Coloring Designs, and this weekend is Virginia Highlands Summerfest, so we are packing the van. Now, I made a small tactical error. A few weeks back, I helped out a local cat rescue, Pounced a Leon, and I transported some cats in my craft show van because look how empty this is. I put a tarp down first. For the record, I put a tarp down first. Tarp's over there. So I helped them out and I transported some cats to Good News to get fixed. So hooray for TNR. Love TNR. Spay and neuter your cats. Spay and neuter your feral cats. Anyway, not the point. The van was empty though. So after the van was already empty, I was like, oh yeah, cool, I'll empty more things from my parents' house and bring them to my house, which is what I did. Except for then I was too lazy to unload that. So before I could even begin packing the van, I had to do that. So an hour later, here we are, and I'm already tired, and I still have to get stuff in the van and then drive downtown, set up, and then come home. This is what we're working with inventory-wise. My fixtures are over there. I think some of that needs, I don't even know at this point. Honestly, don't judge my garage, it's a mess. Oh my goodness, I'm partway done. Got like the inventory in there. That's what the back looks like so far. I'm hot. Man, I want to go inside. But I'm actually on schedule, which I am a little surprised about. I wanted to be done packing by 11, and it's 10 to 11. I can do this. Okay, I am uncomfortably sweaty. I almost met my time goal, and it's packed. So I'm gonna go eat lunch, and then we're gonna go set up downtown, which is going to be just as hot because it's entirely on asphalt, but there's trees, so that's nice. Okay, so it looks like traffic hates me. It's going to be like an hour and 20 to get to Atlanta. Yay, 75 is my favorite thing. But I've got some water. I managed to charge my neck fan while I was inside eating lunch, so I have a bit of a fan, and yeah, here we go. I'm really hot, guys. This is the first day that's really felt like summer to me, and then it's just a storm all weekend, which I'm hoping it doesn't do. I'm so over rain. If you've been watching my past craft show videos, like the past 3, you know how over rain I am. We're all over rain. We're done. Also, I decided to Sassy Olive headband it because I was so sweaty after unloading the car. I figured maybe this will help. I don't think it'll make it worse. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, we've made it downtown. My spot is over there, so I'm going to unload in a sad turn of events. I don't have a single tree. I'm a little sad about that. I said to pull to the right and unload over there. So that's what we're gonna do. Managed to find street parking. I'm gonna go cut through the park to get back to my booth though. And the lovely volunteer said he'd help me set up my tent, which I don't know if I really need help setting up the tent, but like I'm not gonna say no to help because honestly I'm very tired at this point. After, you know, the whole unloading and then reloading and then unloading again of the car. It's straight up a lot. I'm tired and I'm probably mildly dehydrated. And I don't have any trees in my booth, so that's actually the thing I'm most surprised about. Looks like the weather will likely hold out for us tomorrow, though. I'm excited about that. Oh, I'm going to the actual park. That's fun. Of the fixtures up without you guys. I'll check it in a second. I'm so freaking hot. I just want this done as quickly as I can. The heat is starting to get to me, so I'm going home a little bit early. I am almost done. Like, almost. So I've started shoving the containers back in the booth already because it just seems silly not to. So I have Christmas ornaments put down there. I have to put the mirrors and the bookmarks right there. Pencil cases go there. I've got more plushies I'm working on at home. Pencil cases go there. I'm gonna put throw pillows down there. And then what's left? Oh, right up here, I have to put sleep masks. That one hangs. Oh, and then the spinning tower, obviously. That's not a ton. That's maybe an hour's worth of work if I'm moving really slow. I'm just getting like really nauseous. So, yeah, shout out to my lovely friend Ashley of Ashley Lynn Photos because she just gave me more water. And, yeah, I think unloading the car this morning and then reloading the car, because you have to remember, I had to take bookshelves and everything else out before I could load the car, and then I had to load all the fixtures in the car, and then I've just done a lot of heavy lifting in the heat, and I think I'm just done. Okay, heading back. I have no idea where my car is, but I know if I walk vaguely through the park over there, I'll hopefully find it. I don't feel good. I'm going to have to hydrate better tomorrow, which I thought I hydrated better today. Like, not my first rodeo, but, you know, we've all got to screw up sometime, and I screwed up today. Thankful I have friends. She literally just pulled up next to me and I was like, hi, I feel like death. I will see you guys tomorrow bright and early because I have to finish setting up, and the show I believe starts at 9 tomorrow. So we're running 9 to 6. So I'm going to bring some extra water and electrolytes because that's a really long day outside and I have no trees. As a person who really stinks being outside in the heat, I know this by now. I have gotten heat exhaustion before the show, like to a point that I got to take a little ride in the paramedic golf cart, and I don't really want to do that again. So, goals: not taking a ride in the paramedic golf cart. I can do this. See you guys tomorrow. I got so into just getting here on time that I kind of forgot to record. So I'm almost done setting up. You can see kind of some of the holes from yesterday have been filled in. So I'm parked somewhere vaguely over there in the street. The day started off kind of oddly. So I parked my car, right? Like, it takes me an hour to get here. It's early in the morning, but you get here early so you can get parking. And first, the guy behind me decided he was going to squeeze in to the side of the road, like right next to me, and there wasn't really room. So I'm about to get out of my car, so you know I have room to go get in my trunk and everything else. And he comes and knocks on my window. He's like, can you scoot up a little bit so I can fit? And I'm like, there's an entire road, go park somewhere else. But I did, because I'm polite. So I get out of the car, he gets out of the car, he's chatting with me. He's like, oh, so yeah, are you vending? And I was like, yeah, I'm an artist, I make coloring stuff. He's like, I'm not an artist. All right, what do you do? Thinking maybe he's like a food vendor or something. He's like, well, it's a total ripoff. They make us pay like 10 times more than they make you. Sir, what do you do? I sell gutters. Okay, dude, you're a show sponsor. You're not an artist. You're not a small business selling stuff. You're a gutter company. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Your gutter company has what? At least a dozen employees at minimum. I have me. I don't know. So he's complaining about the price tag for it. And I explained to him, hey, that price is there because like otherwise an MLM could join this show. And then, you know, my neighbor over here makes lovely jewelry. Well, that would kind of undercut her lovely handmade jewelry prices if they have this cheap stuff being sold at the show at the same time, and they shouldn't have to pay the same price as somebody who's literally hand making their inventory. And I could go on about this until my face turns blue, but he just wanted somebody to really appreciate the woe is him moment of, I decided to sponsor a small local festival and it cost a lot of money, and I was not that person this morning. In fact, I'm never that person, and I guarantee that all the other artists around me are not going to sympathize with that flight either. Also, physical proof that I'm starting earlier with the electrolytes today. And I've got enough that I can alternate electrolytes and water and electrolytes and water, and it's going to be fine, hopefully. And we're not going to get sick like we did yesterday because it's apparently going to be 88 again today. And yay, we're standing on asphalt. There are no trees behind me. Look at this complete and utter lack of tree. Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm done. The booth is technically open because it is 10 o'clock, and so I should probably take my tripod down and not keep recording. It's fine, but I wanted to show you guys around the booth a little bit. Here we go. So this is the lovely street I'm on, and if you were to walk into my booth, first thing you see, I've got the pillows on the left, and if you're new here, yes, you color them all. I have little clippy bags hanging on this little chain up top. And then I've got my small totes, I've got scrunchies, I've got Christmas ornaments, which I didn't used to put out this early in the year, but here we are. Coasters, more throw pillows, my bookmarks, which are how I started doing this, hand mirrors, placemats. I've got my little selection of markers, tote bags, some lunch bags, plushies, and then this thing spins. It's got like my stickers and stuff on it. It's really heavy right now though because I made more magnets earlier in the week and those are heavy as all get out. Pencil cases, more throw pillows. These are the lunch bags. I'm a little low right now. Normally I have more lunch bags down there. Don't tell anybody. And then in front here, we've got more plushies and sleep masks up at the top there. And then I hang these little guys up here so they look kind of fancy and they're just, you know, hanging and doing fun things. It's supposed to hit 88 today, which does not thrill me because, again, we have no trees. So I'm going to keep hydrating. I've got my sunscreen on, so I'm still going to burn like a lobster, but at least I tried. And my neighbors are nice. See how it goes. I'll check in later.
Midday update. It's hot, y'all. I have done 2 bottles of electrolytes. I've been alternating between water, so I've done water in the middle, a really, really big one. I have eaten something. Jamie next to me has gifted me some kettle corn, so I'm snacking on kettle corn right now. And a little guy just walked by and gave us little tiny bottles of Louisiana hot sauce. So did I need them? No. Were they free? Yes. And look how cute they are. They're small. Also strange things that happened though. So first of all, no one is walking behind our booths. No one. Literally no one. Do you see all of these people not walking behind their booth? There's nobody back there. So a guy came and yelled at a whole bunch of us for having stuff behind our tent, which we all have stuff behind our tent. Like, some of us have more stuff behind our tent than others. And I got a whole lecture on how I needed to put my stuff up. And I was like, sir, I cannot like put stuff certain places, because he's thinking to himself that I can move stuff over. Do you see this? There's a reason those tubs are over there and not over here. There is a massive anthill down there, and I am not willing to move that stuff over here just to get it off that little bit of sidewalk that literally no one is walking on. We think a volunteer was just kind of on a power trip. I thought he was being very rude, and I really, none of us understood the request. But he came and seemed to be picking on me specifically. I don't come to the show ever again simply because I couldn't move all of my stuff off of a sidewalk onto an anthill. What am I gonna do about that? You know, it's how silly. So that happened. And then also, some shows they actually jury and they actually give out awards, which is really cool. You can win sometimes prize money, sometimes they're just ribbons. Like, I've won actual cash before. Some shows, if you win first place, they'll give you your booth next year for free, stuff like that, if you win their awards. And so 2 ladies came by with clipboards with all of our booth numbers on them. And so this was directly after the man yelling at me to get my stuff off the sidewalk. So I was like, either the show gives out awards and I never realized and you guys are judging, or you're checklisting off who moved their stuff off the sidewalk. So I just went into salesperson mode. So I genuinely wasn't sure what these ladies were doing. I played it safe though. I was like, oh, okay. Have you been in my booth before? And they were like, no, this is our first time. So I gave them my spiel because I figured if they are judging us, the one thing I have learned with a product like I make, because it's all black and white and because it's also unique fabric design. Fabric design is not a thing you see all the time, so people assume that I just buy these fabric patterns somewhere. So I do usually tell people, and if you're like, oh, why can't you just put more information out? People don't read signs. We want people to read signs. Some people do read signs, and those few people that do read signs trick us into thinking the rest of the people read signs. But on the off chance that I may get an award, I would like the jury to at least judge me fairly along with the other artists, instead of looking at my stuff and being like, oh, she probably just bought that at the fabric store and maybe sews it, or maybe just gets it mass produced, who knows. Because every once in a while you do have a vendor end up at a show that has somehow magically gotten into a handmade event and they bought all of their stuff and are reselling it from Temu or something. So I do want to let the jury, if that is what this is, know that that's not me. You know, do I think I'm gonna win something? Absolutely not. But on the off chance that I could, which I'd like to think I have as good a chance as anybody else, I kind of want them to at least know that, yeah, this is my art and I hand make those, which is a lot of work. Most people that sew don't also design their fabric. And most people that design their fabric don't also sew. So I'm one of those group of people in the middle that does both. Am I special? I don't know. But I do a lot of work and I want
people to know, and I want to be judged fairly for that. Also, why is this stuff so addictive?
It's a little after 3 and it's hot. The high today was supposed to be 88. It's currently 90. I want to die. Not really, but like I don't feel very good, and I've been drinking water and electrolytes and eating food, and it's just, I want to be inside and be cool. It now looks like we are going to get rain at about 5:15, so we're kind of watching just to see. Bright note is, even if it rains at 5:30 or 5:15 or whatever, we've made it most of the day. The show closes up at 6, so at least we know so we can be prepared. I don't feel like going home and drying all of this. That sounds utterly terrible. I do think today is turning into the day of weird interactions with random men, though. I don't know, maybe I'm just too hot and like over it. I just had a customer literally give me a once over, like checking me out, but like an older guy, like dad's age. He goes, I see you don't have any tattoos. Dude, this is not appropriate. This is my workplace. This is weird. Please go away. I don't know. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate it at all. So now I'm standing here just a little bit icked out. Alright, so it's about 5:30 we're rolling on, and the sky is looking very angry. And by very, I mean it could be worse, but also we know there's a line of storms rolling in. So I am currently doing my best to just shove everything in. I've moved the shelves in a bit, and I've got all of these pulled in. It is what it is. Worst case, I have to dry everything on Monday. Oh, that's the thunder, moving faster. So, it's now pouring, and I'm in my tent. I've got my purse in a bag. Pretty sure I wore mascara this morning, and that's fantastic. We're just gonna walk in at this point. What's the point? I'm soaked already, and I just want to go home. So, here we go. Oh my goodness. This is nuts. Yeah, so this is how my day is now going. Cool. I'll see you guys tomorrow when it's hopefully drier. Okay, so I got almost to my car, the turnoff, right? And I got a phone call from my friend who's all the way down there. I'm at number 214, and she's number 614. And her tent is literally flooded with at least half a foot of water, and her tent is collapsing. So now I am sincerely wet. I am all the way wet. I jumped in a swimming pool wet. So my tent is still standing. So I'm going back to go get her the tarps out of my tent. Oh. Okay, so that just happened. So I'm gonna go get her the tarps from her tent. And the police golf cart just splashed water all over me, so that's really cool. Day's going great. I have been complaining I wanted a shower for how many hours though, so I got one. Be careful what you wish for. Well, I'm glad I came back. Those are my feet. I'm solving this somehow. Yeah, glad I was low in inventory to begin with. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm working on it. This was unexpected. I'm glad I came back to get the tarps. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. Friends, this is Ashley. Her tent's flooded. I just walked a football field for this woman because her tent was flooding. And it's terrible. Trash everywhere. Alright, welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. We're pretty sure our feet are probably growing some weird fungus now. It's fine. Something dropped in my eye. So now I'm walking back to my car round 2. We were packing up our tents as quickly as we could to begin with. And the funniest thing was, this girl walked behind our tent and she's like, I don't understand why these people are packing up right now. It's barely raining. Barely raining. Yeah, this is barely raining. Okay. I just said bon voyage to everyone else because it felt appropriate. Check out my awesome raccoon eyes. I think this is why I don't ever
never wear mascara to shows. At least my glitter has partially survived. I don't know, it's something. Getting ready to leave my house for the day. I have like every towel in my closet I am bringing with me, along with the paper towels I have left. I have this feeling we're gonna need them. I also can't take my mic today to film at the show because it was in my cooler and my cooler was completely soaked yesterday. It's wet. I know that this is like one of those old hacks, whatever. You're supposed to stick technology in rice, so we're gonna try it out. The mics themselves work, but the charging container is what I'm worried about, and the charging container is kind of important because you put the mics back in and it recharges them so you can keep using them. It's not charging right now. We're just gonna let this sit and hope it survives. As little as my sales have been so far yesterday, I really hope today picks up a bit, that my tent is not gone, because like I have not made enough money to warrant losing that microphone, let alone all the inventory that may or may not be there. So wish me luck heading downtown. We're here and I cannot film and push a cart at the same time. Here we go. To see if I still have a tent. I'm praying I still have a tent. Much to my surprise, we seem to be fine. I'm gonna check the pillows and stuff that were on those bottom shelves, because clearly I moved them, but I think we're good. I thought this floated away, so I'm glad that's still here. I'm gonna take my tent walls down now. It's actually dry. Go figure. Seriously, I'm very, very, very relieved right now. And this girl walks past our tents last night. I don't know if you can hear me in the audio from one of the rainy videos, and she's like watching us pack up. And she says, I don't understand why they're all packing up like this. I mean, it's not even that bad. 10 minutes later. It's fine. It's gonna be a good day, I hope. We are officially up and running. It looks like the weather's actually going to hold out on us. So people are starting to venture out of their houses. I believe we're hoping that the more people realize that the weather is gonna hold out, the more people turn up, but we don't know. Across the board, I've talked to a whole bunch of people. We're all at about 50% of our sales last year for Saturday, which is not good. I should be able to pay my mortgage off of this show, at least, if not more than once. So I'm a little concerned, but so is everybody else. And then at least the rain held off yesterday until the very end of the show. But we're all a little paranoid right now, and yesterday was not what anybody needed it to be numbers wise. Also, the fees for this show went up, so we're also kind of contented with that. Checking in, it's almost 3. Today is going so much better than yesterday. Probably because I don't feel like I'm gonna melt right now. We never got the rain. It is actually cool. Like, there's a light breeze. It's not blowing my inventory off the shelves. Like, light breeze is going now. Everything is mostly staying put, she says, not very confidently. No, everything is staying put. We're fine. I've made more money as of right now than I did all day yesterday, and we were here twice as long yesterday. The only thing that's killing me is, I don't know if you can hear that. I've got my headphone in hopes that the speaker is going to do a little bit better. There's music playing down there, and all we can hear is just bass. I already had a headache to start. Had some meds, and I can't get rid of it to save my life, and this is not helping. Like, I'm just stuck. It's fine. One of the strange things that washed up in a whole bunch of people's booths this morning, you guys saw me walking in my tent this morning, and my neighbors were here also, so I ripped my walls down, and my neighbor's husband comes over, and he starts looking on the floor of my tent. He's looking around, and he looks behind my tent at where the grid wall legs are, and he goes, oh, you've got some. Now this one threw me for a loop. Limes. There were limes in my tent. Apparently, one of the booths way down yonder must be using them to make drinks or cook or something, and they all washed down in a whole bunch of our booths. Like, we won a lottery. We have limes. One of my neighbors just gave me a thing. Chili peace pots. Right over there. She is a potter, and apparently this is a brown sugar keeper. I'm gonna dip it in water when I get it home and put it in my brown sugar, and supposedly it's going to keep it from melting, so we're gonna try. Plus it's a cute little cap. So worst case, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna stick a magnet on the back. We have once again hit the point at this show where they have run out of toilet paper at the porta potty. I don't want to be that person, but also we paid a lot of money to be here. We should be able to go to the bathroom without having to bring our own toilet paper. Yeah. Regardless though, the day is almost done. You can tell the music is winding down, but people are just kind of chill and walking at this point. Still crowded though, definitely still crowded. I am definitely ready to go home.
I'm packing up finally and I have help. Vendor friends are best friends.
Yes, because I know how it is, you know. I know how exhausted you can be at the end of the show.
It's freaking terrible.
Heading out to grab my car, so unless something else chaotic happens, this is it. It's been fun, Virginia Highlands. I can't say it's been particularly lucrative. It's been very hot and very wet, and I've made some very good friends, and we may or may not do it again next year. I don't know. We'll decide. Thank you all so much for hanging around for this video. Again, my name's Angela. I own Scribbler Experiment. I would love it if you gave me a subscribe. I would love it if you gave this video a like, and drop me a comment. Let me know what's your favorite summer festival that happens near your house. I don't care where you live. Let me know where you live and what's your favorite summer festival. Do you even go outdoors in the summer or is it too hot? So thanks so much for hanging out with me again. Give me a subscribe if you want to see more craft show content, and I will see you guys soon. Bye y'all.